welcome to week 5 of my Accutane Adventure series. I got so much good support and feedback from last week's video. I don't even know where to start on this one. I just wanted to say thank you guys so much. There are so many people supporting me, and I feel like there's a whole team of people that want me to succeed with this. Thank you. I guess the best place to start this episode is the update with my macro comedome. So here is the close-up shot. Just warning you, it's gonna get real close. Ready? There's the macro comedome. Bring it into focus. And right, remember last week it was pretty big. Well, it's gigantic. This week it's still pretty big. I'll try to turn sideways, see if you can see how far it sticks off my head. Now it's a little bit better, which is good. I think it's really due to this prednisone. It's the anti-inflammatory that I've been taking. It seems to have less pressure and a little bit less pus in it, so it seems like it's coming down naturally on its own. Something that I thought was kind of gruesome and funny and disgusting all in the same were all the comments that I was getting from people on bodybuilding.com. A lot of people were saying things like, you know, pop it, and then some people were saying like, you know, screw scars, just take nail clippers and pop that bitch and show us the video. I thought that was pretty gross if you just, you know, imagine that. It's kind of gnarly. Like I said last week, I've been upped in my dosage from 1 pill of 40 milligrams a day to 2 pills, one in the morning, 1 at night, so that's 80 milligrams a day. And just over this last week, this 5th week, I feel like a lot has changed with my face. It's still very broken out, right? But here, check this out, super close-up warning. Let me get this into manual focus. Here's my side of my cheeks. Now, I know it's still pretty bad, right? There's a lot of blackheads, a lot of little ones, but usually my face is much more broken out on my cheeks. The blackheads on my face seem to be surfacing. This is all kind of gross, I guess, to talk about for most people, but the blackheads on my face are surfacing, and it seems like they're coming out as the pores around them are closing up, and it's making it easier to either just kind of squeeze the blackheads out or just let them come out naturally. They'll even just, you know, I'll just see them and I'll just kind of touch them and they'll come out completely. It's awesome. The other thing that the doctor started me on was these salicylic acid pads, and some people have asked me to actually show you how they're used. It's pretty simple. You just take them out and you're just applying them to your face just like that, and it's just acid, you know, so it's burning off the germs and bacteria of your face and whatnot. Feels good. They're nice. It's nice and cool. It's kind of like menthol on your face or whatever. And a lot of people have been leaving comments and saying things like, oh, I would never do that because my face would dry out way too much on Accutane, and it's crazy. And I don't think you guys realize how oily my face started. It's pretty damn oily. So when I use these along with my 80 milligrams of Accutane, my face kind of gets a little dry, but doesn't get dry to the point where I'm like itchy or irritated or really red for any period of time, or like my skin's falling off or anything like that. I'm still using moisturizer once in the morning, once at night, just to keep my face moisturized and not have any peeling. When I do get like kind of like dry skin, it gets like right around here, right on my chin area, and I think a lot of people can relate to that if they take an Accutane. And honestly, you just put moisturizer on it and then it completely goes away. Thank God that someone created chapstick a long time ago, because if I didn't have chapstick, I would be so screwed. I have chapstick in my pocket, I have chapstick in my middle console in my car, I have chapstick in my backpack, and I have chapstick in my gym bag. Because if I ever forget chapstick one time for more than an hour, my lips will become the Mojave Desert and blood will pour and flood the streets. So my side effects are relatively low. I really haven't felt that many side effects other than the dry skin and the dry chapped lips. My joint pains, completely non-existent. I had that first one in my elbows in the first week or two, and now I don't have any joint pains. I haven't felt any joint pains at all. This prednisone is known to kind of drop your strength a little bit, and it actually has. It's dropped my strength just a tad in this last week that I've been taking it, but I've really focused on using like higher repetitions, and it hasn't really stopped me from doing anything. Something that a lot of people have messaged me about is they said that after they took Accutane, they've had a lot of problems lifting, and that their weight fluctuated, and they had all these problems. My weight hasn't fluctuated at all, and my strength hasn't fluctuated at all. That might be person to person, but I also feel like a lot of it's in your mind. If you think that it's gonna screw you up, if you think that your diet's gonna, you know, change drastically, and you do change your diet, or you do change the way you lift, you're gonna lose strength, or you're gonna put on a little bit of fat, or you're gonna lose a little bit of muscle because you're eating less, or you're lifting not as hard. You need to keep pushing just as hard, if not harder, to make up for the change in your body that's coming from the medication that you're on. I say this every week, but thank you so much for all the support. Last week's video got 3,000 views and so many comments and so many people messaging me and people saying things like, you know, like, hey, it's so good to see you so confident talking about your acne because even when I get just a tiny pimple on my face, I have trouble going out, I have trouble talking to people or looking them in their eyes, and people are saying that because I'm making these videos and being so confident about my acne and talking about it so freely, it's helping them become comfortable with their acne, and they're saying that they're not worrying about it so much and they're going out and talking to people and keeping their own resilience and confidence. And that's so awesome. I'm glad that just being here and talking to you guys about my own problems and my own medication and treatment, I'm so stoked that that can help you figure out your own life, figure out your own self-esteem about the whole thing, how you feel about it. And you know, if I can just help one person decide whether they want to or want not to take Accutane, or even just be more comfortable with their acne that they currently have, my goal is complete, and I'm stoked that I could do that. So thanks for all the support from everyone, and I really hope I'm helping you guys all out, and I'll see you guys next week, hopefully a little bit more clear, and hopefully this guy is out of here. Now, when I started out, I was skinny, ribs sticking out, barely enough discipline to stick to my poorly constructed routine, which consisted of biceps days on their own and forearms, calves, abs days combined.